Hello friends, today we are repairing a shoe rack, and in this video we will repair it using a 3D printer. The mechanism here is broken. Now I'll turn on the flashlight and take a closer look. The mechanism that holds the shelf fell out here, and the same thing on the reverse side. The bottom shelf certainly looks better, but it's still worth doing it too. Yes, it's better to make both shelves at once. It turns out that the plug is too short and it pulls the entire mechanism out of its place. We will need to press the left part into the wall and make the outer part longer so that it does not pull out the other part of the mechanism. Let's try to disassemble the mechanism using a spatula. This is what the axis on which the shelf rotates looks like, and it just needs to be made longer. Let's completely disassemble the shelf and take out all the elements. This is what the mechanism for rotating and holding the shoe rack looks like when disassembled. It consists of only two elements. One of them is inserted into the edge of the shoe rack. Then we bring the box and then install the axis on which the box rotates. Perhaps the shelf bent over time and now the axle length is not enough. By making the axis longer, the problem should be solved. And now I will press the parts with ribs into the wall of the shoe rack. It can also be placed on some kind of glue. It looks like there was already glue on it. You can also print this part of the mechanism only a little larger than this one so that this element fits tightly into its place. This is what I managed to print on a 3D printer. The old axle has a hole in the center, but I made it hollow and filled 20% with plastic. I also made 4 teeth on the edges so that the axle would not fly out. But this is in theory. We need to see how it will work in reality. Let's check. I have already assembled the top shelf with new axles and look, it works perfectly. Now we have a small margin of distance and the axle does not pull the pressed part of the plastic out of its place. The axle fits tightly into place and does not rotate. This axis pulls the plug out of the hole because it is too short. As you can see, they're already half out of their place. Therefore, I will also fix the bottom one so that I don't come back here again. Let's also remove the bottom shelf and print the necessary parts on a 3D printer. So friends, let's put the shelf in its place. One axle snapped into place. Let's insert it on the other side as well. Now the shelf works just fine, without any friction or sounds. This is how my friends managed to breathe new life into the shoe store. A 3D printer is like a tool in your home with which you can not only make different figures, but also make various parts for repairing both furniture and electronic devices. This is how you can repair various things practically for free. Although this tool is quite expensive, this is of course a minus. I hope the video was useful. Subscribe to the channel. Put your fingers up and good luck with your repairs.